Good afternoon, guys. It's your Miss Matila here again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, and if you are new, you are most welcome. And if you are old, we are happy to have you back. Yeah, just stick around and let us just continue this journey together. So I'm here again yet for another episode for my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I intend to teach people to understand that relationships and marriages should not be a prison. I want people to understand that life is not all just about relationships and marriages. Because when in most cases, whenever people get into a relationship or get into a marriage, they live like they are in a prison. Their freedom are taken away. I personally feel like if people truly want to enjoy these relationships and marriages, then they need to allow each other to have a life outside that relationship or a life outside that marriage. Or in other words, I mean, they should be able to allow each other to enjoy things that are outside that relationship or that are outside that marriage. Okay, so today I intend to teach people so that I will open their eyes to be able to realize, if they notice the following behavior that I'm going to list now in their relationship, they need to realize that they are in a toxic relationship or they are in a toxic marriage. Okay, so the first point that will make you to realize that you are in a toxic relationship or you are in a toxic marriage, it's when if your partner isolate you or cut you from people that are close to you, example, your friends and family. If they are making you to feel like or to believe that you are the only source of their happiness, such people are dangerous. It's a trap, it's unhealthy, and it's toxic. You need to run for your life. It's a very difficult way of living. You cannot make someone happy. If they are making you to believe, Kusha, if they are telling you to say you are their world, there is nothing in this world can make them happy. So they in that way they want to abuse you. They want to abuse you with their emotional need. You will suffer being abused with all their emotional needs. Whatever they will feel, it will be about you. And you don't want to live your life like that. People need to understand, Kusha, when you are in a marriage, when you are in a relationship, understand, Kusha, you are not the only person that can make your spouse or your partner happy. They need other people. They need other things to make them happy. You are not there. Understand, Kusha? It's a lie. You are not their only source of happiness. It's not possible. You do not want to live life whereby you only have one source of happiness. That is a difficult way of living life. You cannot live life like that. You need other sources of things that will make you happy. People need to understand that before you meet your partner or your spouse, understand, Kusha, they had a life. Understand that also they have hobbies and they have interests. Understand also that they dreamed how they want to live their lives. And understand that a marriage or a relationship cannot change that. People need to understand, whenever you are coming to a relationship or to a marriage, I taught you in other video that you are coming as two different individuals that plan to live life differently. The only common goal that you have here is a relationship or it's a marriage that you have to do together. But that cannot make you to become one. It's not possible to become one, as you are being told in church, or as society conditioned you to believe. It's not possible. Understand, Gusha, you are two different individuals and you can never become one. You are only coming together with a common goal to do a relationship and to do a marriage. But that cannot make you to become one. Understand, Kusha? You need to allow each other to enjoy your hobbies outside this relationship or outside this marriage. Each of you need to continue to enjoy your life separately out of this relationship, and you only need to come together when you are doing your relationship or your marriage. Allow your partner to enjoy their hobbies outside your relationship without you disrespecting each other, if that makes sense. Okay? So you telling people that they are your world, you cannot live without them, they are the only one that that can make you happy. Understand, Gusha, you are very abusive. That is not a right way. That is not an effective way to show love. That is not an effective way to be in a relationship or to be in a marriage. It's very abusive. Okay. Most people, whenever they enter into a relationship or into a marriage, their freedom are taken away and they are only confined to enjoy things that are revolving around that relationship or that are revolving around that marriage. Some of them, they are not even allowed to go to certain gathering or certain event, and it builds up in such a way that it will be even very rare for them to talk to their friends or to talk to their family. They can only talk to their friends or family when the husband or when the wife is not there. Do you really want to live life like that, whereby you only have one friend? If you are a male, you don't have female friends. If you are a female, you don't have female friends. Do you really want to live life like that, whereby you only have one friend, which is your spouse? It's difficult. It's not a right way to live life. You need to have friends. It's very impossible to live the rest of your life just confined to one person. That is a toxic behavior. It's not right. It's not an effective way to show love. You need to have other sources of happiness. Okay. So what I want to say here is that allow people to be free. in your relationship or in your marriage. Allow them to be themselves. Allow them to continue to enjoy their hobbies for as long as they are not causing you emotional harm, for as long as they are not violating the rules of your marriage, of your relationship. Then allow them to be free. Okay. One thing that you have to understand is that people don't like it when they are being controlled. Some studies showed that human beings are more happier and fulfilled whenever they are being controlled from within, whenever they are controlling themselves. If you allow them to be free and allow them to control themselves, understand, Kusha, submission will come naturally. Treating you well will come naturally. You don't have to force it. If you allow them to be free, if you allow them to control themselves. You also need to understand, Kusha, your spouse is an adult. He or she is not a child. And they know clearly that they are married, or they know clearly that they are in a relationship with you. So if they understand all these things, they are capable of controlling themselves. You don't need to control them. Controlling them only means it will only frustrate them. It will also frustrate you, and it will cause tension in your marriage. It will cause tension in your relationship. And at the end of the day, that relationship or that marriage won't be able to work out. Just allow them to be free. They are not crazy. They are not children. They know that they are in a relationship with you. They know that they are married. So they should be able to control themselves if they know all these things. There is no need for you to control them. Let them be free. Let them continue to have friendship dates without you being there. Let them continue to visit their family member if you are married. Allow them even for a weekend, even for 3 days, for them to be with their siblings or with their family without you being there. Okay. That is the only way relationships can continue to work out. Okay. So, just understand that nobody loves to be controlled. Nobody wants to live a life for the rest of their life whereby they will be just controlled in all aspects of their lives. That will feel like they are in a prison. That will feel like their lives are taken away from them. People have hobbies and they have hobby and they have interest, and marriage and relationships should not take that away from them. They should continue to have their life freely. Okay. So the next point that I want you to understand is that terminate the fear that your fear that whenever they go outside there and hang out with their friends, they will end up talking to people and perhaps they will create a relationship through that. Terminate that fear out of your life, because it will just cause chaosness and stress in your marriage or in your relationship. Allow them to be free. I told you, Kusha, they are adults. They know what they are doing and they are capable of controlling themselves. They know what is right and what is not right. They are not children. Okay. All right. Understand that even if they go out there and they cheat and you find out and you force them to block that person that they are cheating you with, understand that that cannot even change the way they feel for that person. It's just a waste of your time and energy. Allow people to control themselves. Even if you try to control their movement, their phones, who they should talk to, who they should not talk to, that cannot stop them from cheating if they want to cheat. That cannot stop them from leaving you if they want to leave. They can only stay if they want to stay. They can only stop cheating if they want to stop. But notice that anything that you will do cannot change their behavior. It cannot change how they feel about the person that they want to cheat with. It cannot change anything. Let them just be, and let them just be free. Okay. So, yeah. The next point that I want you to look out for in a relationship that will tell you that you are in a toxic relationship or in a toxic marriage is that if you have a misunderstanding in your relationship or in your marriage and your spouse frequently threaten you. Every time you have a misunderstanding, they will threaten you to say, we are done. We are done. I will divorce you. Or I will, one day I will kill you. Frequent threat that always occur after a misunderstanding. Every time you have a misunderstanding, there will be a threat. Understand, Gusha? That is a sign of emotional abuse. That is not a healthy way to solve problems in your marriage or in your relationship. It's an emotional abuse. It's a toxic behavior. It's unhealthy. You need to take it serious. And maybe talk to your spouse about it. And if they are not changing, take it serious and terminate the marriage or terminate the relationship. Because believe me or not, if you are in a relationship with such a person, if you are not cutting them off, notice that you will continue to suffer their emotional abuse. It will never change. It will continue. And you don't want to live your life like that. That is not an effective way to solve problems. Every time you have a misunderstanding, you are being told, I don't want you any longer, or I will divorce you, or in the future I will beat you up. If there are frequent, consistent threats, that is a sign of a toxic marriage or a sign of a toxic relationship. Okay. The next sign that you should look out for that will tell you that you are in a toxic relationship or in a toxic marriage is that if your spouse tries to control your decision, your behavior, your appearance, almost everything about you. I want you to understand, Kusha, that is not love. That is not an effective way to show love. Realize, Kusha, that is a toxic behavior. if they want to help you in making decision or help you in maybe changing your behavior or changing your appearance, instead of control you, they should offer support and suggestions in a nice way. Understand, Kusha? You cannot do life for people. They need to do their own life, and you need to do your own life. You cannot carry them on your shoulder. You can only be able to help them with their behavior or with their decision or with their appearance through support or through giving suggestion, but you cannot do life for them. You need to understand that. When you are trying so hard to control their behavior, to control their appearance, to control whatever thing about their life, you need to realize that is a toxic behavior. That is not an effective way to show love. You need to let them do their own lives. Okay. So the next point also that will tell you you are in a toxic relationship is when your partner or your husband or your wife constantly demanding to know everything you say or everything you do. And they just constantly demanding a full disclosure of exactly how you spend your time when she's not around, requiring you even to hand over your phone for inspections. And just say they just want to know everything about everything what you did when they are not there with you. Understand, Kusha? It's natural that there should be part of your day that you do not need to share. Understand, Kusha? You have the right to your own privacy. Them demanding to know a full disclosure of what happened in your life when they were not there, it's a toxic behavior. To such an extent that they will even want to take your phone and inspect everything that you did, who you sent money to, who did you call, who did you text. All those are toxic behavior, and you need a little bit of privacy in that relationship or in that marriage. You cannot be controlled about everything about your life. That's not an effective way to do relationships or marriages. People need to have a little bit amount of privacy. They have the right to own their own privacy. Okay. So the next point that you should look out for that will tell you that you are in a toxic relationship or you are in a toxic marriage is jealous. One of the reasons that most wives or husbands are controlling their partner is that they are really afraid of losing their partner. In most cases, they will show this through extreme cases of being two-way jealous and too controlling. And they feel like that is love. They feel like they love their spouse too much, to such extent that they don't want to lose them. So therefore they will control, they will show too much control and too much jealous. I want to teach you today that that is not love. You are being abused like that, and that is not again an effective way to show that you love somebody. Okay, such people, they more likely to be jealous of any women you see or you talk to, regardless of who they are. Even if you tell them Kusha, they are your friends, they will never understand Kusha, they are your friends. They will still be jealousy, and they will still want to cut you off completely, not to talk to your friends, your female friends. She will be paranoid and jealous and be suspicious about everything. And you don't want to live your life like that. That is a prison. It will feel like you are in a prison. It will feel like your life is cut off. It's not an effective way to show love. So when you will want to go and hang around with your friends, you will be jealous and she will be paranoid. And even if you tell her that there are no women around you, she won't even believe that. You have to realize that that is not love. It's an emotional abuse. And you can't stop living your life because of a marriage or a relationship. They need to be, your spouse need to be open-minded. They need to be very understanding and allow you to live life outside your marriage or outside your relationship. Okay. So, yeah. Understand that you controlling your spouse, controlling their movement, controlling their phone, controlling who they should talk to and who should they should not talk to. Understand, I just want you to understand, Kusha, that is not love. That is not an effective way to show love. Understand that if they want to cheat, they will cheat despite you controlling them. Okay. And yeah, you just need people to be free and continue to live their lives and continue to enjoy their hobbies outside the marriage or outside that relationship, if you want your marriage or your relationship to work out. All right. And yeah, I personally feel like people need to allow themselves to have small amount of privacies in the relationship, and to allow themselves to spend at least a small amount of their alone time. They need to have their alone time in a relationship. Allow each other to have your alone time, sometimes in your marriage or sometime in your relationship. That is the only way your relationship will work out, or your relationship will or your relationship will continue to move in a healthy way. I'm not saying people should go out there and just do whatever they feel like in relationship or marriages. I'm saying just allow people to continue to enjoy their hobbies for as long as they are not disrespecting you, or for as long as they are not causing you emotional harm. You need to understand that you controlling them, it cannot change their behavior. You trying to control their movement, their cell phone, who they should not talk to, who they should talk to, it cannot stop them. If they want to cheat, they will just cheat. You controlling them, it cannot stop them. If they want to leave you, they will leave you. It cannot stop them from doing anything. You just need to let them be free and trust the universe. I told you in the other video to say you cannot trust people. You can only trust the God in them. If you trust the universe or the God in them, then you won't feel the need to control them. You also need to understand, Kusha, if somebody truly loves you, you will know. And everything in that relationship, it will just come naturally without you controlling it, without you forcing it. So you just need to trust in this statement to say, what is meant to be, it will be. What is meant to happen, if you are not meant to be together, at the end of the day, it will just happen. So just relax, rest, and trust the universe, and allow people to be free and enjoy their life out there. Understand, Kusha, at the end of the day, if also you need to understand, Kusha, if they don't like you, you will also know, and you will feel confused in that relationship, and you will feel the need to control them, and all this chaosness will be in that relationship. Okay? So in that case, you are just wasting your energy. Just trust the universe and the God in them. And you also need to understand, Kusha, if they cheat while they are hanging around with their friends, at the end of the day, whether you are controlling them or not, at the end of the day, you will know if they are cheating. The universe will reveal that to you. Nothing hides forever. Even if you are not controlling them, at the end of the day, it will come out. So just let them be free. Let them just enjoy their lives. And you should rest and enjoy yours. Yeah, then you will have healthy, good, happy relationships or marriages. So I hope you got what I'm trying to say here. And I hope you will date well. I hope you will date right. And I wish you well. And see you on my next one. And goodbye.